Hello everybody, hope you're doing good today. It's March 9th, 2012. Today I'm going to post an article on Moneybags World. It's a must read for my European subscribers. The title is "Not Owning Gold is a Form of Insanity." And this is coming from a Robin Griffiths, who's said to be the broker of the British royal family. The broker, the Queen, says not owning gold is a form of insanity. It may even show unhealthy, masochistic tendencies which might need medical attention. I mean, this is coming from people who understand what's going on, and people who, the average Joe doesn't know what's going on, so they don't even know, they wouldn't even understand this article. But the people that watch this channel, I'm pretty sure most of them know what's going on, and this is a good read for the people in Europe. The reason this is a must-read for the European subscribers is what's happening in Europe, what happened in the last 2 weeks. The article goes on to say, it uses the last 2 weeks as an example of not having some gold being a form of insanity. On February 29th, for those of you who aren't aware, the European Central Bank announced a massive QE in the amount of $712 billion that went out to approximately 800 European banks. Now, there's some comments here by Jim Sinclair. He said today does qualify as one of the biggest injections of liquidity into the system in the history of the system. And that's what he said to King World News. Sinclair continued to explain that, in essence, the Fed has embarked on a course of buyer of last resort, which we know has been going on, but not only the U.S. debt market, but for the European equally sized debt market. Now, in total, the U.S. and the euro represent 88% of central bank reserves, aside from gold. So these reserves have been debased at a staggering rate with no end in sight. The Federal Reserve creates money out of thin air, electronic digits, gets sent over to the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. The IMF, in turn, takes it and shoots it over to the ECB, the European Central Bank. Now, from there, it gets shot out to all the member banks. This is pure QE on a global scale. This is what the average person has no idea is happening. I know I have probably couple hundred people in Europe that watch these videos. You people know what's happening, and this is why you're holding precious metals. And this is just increasing. It's just picking up pace. We're not going to turn around. I'm going to do another video that talks about inflation, and I show you the increase in salary for myself, what I'm paying now more in medical. And then I did some research on commodity prices, how much wheat's up and rice is up over the last 10 years. This is all based on 10 years. And then I go on to talk about, certified financial planners and what they've been doing for their clients, the majority of them, to help them with what's going on. I mean, I'm feeling like I'm crushed in the press right now because I commute at the gas prices, just food, everything. Inflation's through the roof. That's why recently we had Ron Paul hold up a silver coin at Bernanke and say, people don't believe your inflation numbers. Because the price of everything just screaming, and that's, the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve is near $3 trillion. It was $800 billion back 408. So the monetary base increased, and that doesn't necessarily mean that the money supply is increased, but the potential is there. The oven is preheated, and the potential is there for huge inflation. Now you got the people that are saying we're still going to have huge deflation. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see deflation first. I know the huge inflation is coming. I tend to agree with Peter Schiff, who says that the central banks and the Federal Reserve are going to make up the difference of any deflation with money printing, and we're not going to see huge deflation. So, we'll have to wait and see on that. But anyway, look for my next video. I'm going to look at, how much people are levering up over the last 10 years, credit card increases because they can't afford the cost of living.